What's up, teammates? Back already? I'm sure that's what you're guessing. Little programming note. I'm trying to do more videos a day instead of trying to do one longer video at the end of the day, just because I feel like go with each subject and not try to do a whole bunch of one video and try to put all the subjects in. So the last subject I was talking about were penalties, and the subject I want to talk about right now is trades. Why in the world is everybody thinking that the Raiders wanted to make a trade? We don't want to make a trade because we can't make a trade because we don't have anything to trade, and nobody wants to trade with us for anything we have. That's the end of it. Like, I should stop the video right now. But the people are on TV who are talking about who we should trade, I just want to address the fact that we, as fans, I guess, don't really understand the complete value of what it means to trade a player. You don't just trade a player because you think we could get a draft pick or two for him, or we're tired of his shoes, or whatever the you fans out there think, or these fans out there think. Sorry, not putting y'all into that, but it's not that way. It's, what do you need? What do you have? And can you get something better for something better that you need for what you have? And you can't trade players just because you want more capital to throw at a pick. I mean, in a trade later when it comes down to the draft, because you can't lose that player that's not going to be worth that pick. You can't trade Jacoby Myers for a fourth round pick. Do you think that sometime in the fourth round you're going to find a kid coming out of high school or college that you know for sure is going to have 80 catches, 5 or 6 touchdowns, and throw for 2 touchdowns? You're not going to find that in the fourth round. And the Raiders know that. So that's why he's not going anywhere. People are talking about Divine Diablo. He can't go anywhere. He's been hurt. Nobody knows what he's doing and how he's going to do. And nobody really wants him. There's no way for us to find somebody to take Divine Diablo. He's not going to really benefit anybody at this time. He's still kind of a project player who's coming into his own and starting to do what we thought he could do, bulking up and tackling. So, but that doesn't mean he is enticing to any other teams. Robert Spillane, I've seen people talking about. Are you serious? This guy's the captain. Robert Spillane is, or I don't know if he still is, but was leading the league in tackles at some point. He's always leading the team in tackles almost every single game. But people are panicking and saying we as the Raiders need to get as much draft capital as we can to make whatever happened in the draft. But you can't give up capital, or you can't give up product just to get capital. That's not how it works. That's not smart economics. So we are not trading those players. We shouldn't be talking about trading any of those players. I shouldn't even say this name, but Max Crosby is, unless he says I want to go, he's not going anywhere. And it have to take a lot of bad stuff to happen before he says, you know what, forget it. I'm going to cover up this tattoo and walk out the door. So, no, there's no mention of Max. There's no need to mention Max Crosby, although there's people out there selling stories. And if you got to put something out, and I understand, you got to put something out there and find some way to say something, then you got to make something. But, come on. Serious content. Let's talk seriousness. Let's talk about something that just didn't fall out the sky. Let's not make up stuff like, I believe we should trade Max Crosby. And if you really think that we should trade Max Crosby for anything at all, anything, first round pick, nothing. 2 first round picks. There's nothing outside in the draft that we could find that is worth Max Crosby. And you're not going to pick in the first round for the next 2 years and find somebody like Max Crosby. So it doesn't matter how many first round picks you get, you don't trade Max Crosby. If Max Crosby doesn't want to leave, you keep him there. If he wants to leave, you give him as much money as possible. And if he doesn't take all the money, then beg, grovel, and do all you can, and then pay off his house note. You do everything you can to keep Max Crosby. Anybody who's thinking maybe it's a decent idea that talks to me or they're watching me, I would like to hear what, why, and how. So, the trade market is not there for us. We can't get what we're looking for in the drafts if we trade the players that teams are looking at. So let's all come together and not be upset at the team when the deadline comes and we haven't made any trades outwardly. Now, that's not saying that they might send out some draft picks to bring some players in, but again, we need to keep the capital and not the players in this situation. We can't give up players. We can technically give up capital for good players, but there's not enough good players who are going to be worth the capital that we are willing to give up. I know trade deadline is today, and everybody was talking about the trade just because, it's spicy, but it's not happening. Not here in Raidersville, and there's no need for Raidersville to have a trade. So, the silver lining is everybody's just talking and speculating, and there's no real reason to think that anyone on this roster is going to be on any other roster at the end of the day. So that's my opinion on that. And we'll see you a little later maybe with another one. Till then, just remember, you can't win them all. Clouds get dark. But when you're looking for the bright side, you come to the silver lining. Guru out.